Hey guys, my name is Namid. This is Curly Girl Crazy World. Thank you for joining today. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I'm not doing a hair video today. In fact, today is hair wash day and the only thing my hair wants to do is be washed. So I apologize for my hair. It is September, so it is back to school, and if you're anything like me, you hate school, but you love to learn. I'm right there with you if you're going back to school. I am full-time working, part-time schooling, working on getting my CPA, if you know what that is, and this video is about another way that I learn, another world. For me, learning is like getting in on another world, which I absolutely love. And so I'm talking about books. I talk about goals on my channel a lot. Like every opportunity I can, I try to slot that in. One of my New Year goals, I call them goals and not resolutions. One of them was to read 13 books this year, which is crazy because I've literally never read 13 books in a year. Some years I read 2 books or none. And so I've read 9 books this year from start to finish, and I'm kind of like either halfway or I've started on 6 books. And so I'm right on track if I keep going the way I'm going. I'm so excited about reading because it's expanding my mind and my world, and it's just like in on another secret, which I love. Who doesn't like secrets? And so I'm gonna walk you through or run you through the books that I've read this year. I hope you either find a book to read from here or just love what I say today or refer this video to someone who does. I know no one's perfect, but I'm just working on being a well-rounded person, and so I thought I should focus on learning, focus on my career, and emotionally and mentally just be sounder, and also on my faith. So the very first book I read, I'm gonna get into it, this year is called The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. I've wanted to read this book for maybe 4 years. So I thought I'll start January 1st, 2017 reading this. This book is 40 days of working through God's purpose for your life, and it actually makes you sign a covenant that you will commit the next 40 days to doing it, which I didn't physically sign, but I did it for 40 days. It was tough because I've never had to read every day. So this was a good intro into the year because it was discipline. And I loved it. Like I loved going through and having scriptures thrown at me and just being like drenched in this kind of knowledge. It was amazing to read this book, and I would recommend anyone who wants to know God's purpose for his life and wants this kind of experience to read this. Because I started school around the time I started this book, I wanted something light, and that was like a big one, the last book. So this is called The Book of Awesome by Neil Pasricha. It is a book of awesome. I don't know what more I can say about it. Like it just literally takes you through things that are awesome in life, which we need every now and then, because your day might feel like the same every day, but this just reminds you how awesome it is when you sit next to someone good looking on a plane. You guys know, or maybe it's just me. Listen, Neil thought so. It's just fun. Everyone needs to read this. I loved reading this book because it was just light and entertaining, and actually reminded me of how awesome the world I live in is. The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I didn't really like this book, just to be honest. I feel like flipping this first page and reading the 4 Agreements would have been enough. I'm really glad that this book didn't take so much time. It's a small book. But still, I just felt like we didn't need to get into some of the things we got into to communicate these 4 things. So that's just my opinion. So many people rave about this book. You might want to see for yourself, not take my word for it. But this was the 3rd book I read. Because I want to get the corner office. It's called Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office. 101 Unconscious Mistakes Women Make That Sabotage Their Careers by Louise P. Frankel. This was a good book. You feel like you know, and oh, I got this. You probably don't got a lot of things that you think you got. This tells you how to sit, postures, and like how you should sit and how you should give a handshake. Like it's things you might know, but then it goes into things that you don't even know. Like it's some amazing stuff. And then it teaches you like how they how men are treated and how men do things, it is a good book. Like I'm glad I read it. And like, it's not teaching you how to not be a nice girl. This is just for media and for people to buy her books. It's really about this. So don't be scared about the title. Don't be shy reading this in public like I was. The next book is Max Lucado's Traveling Light. This book is about Psalm 23 in the Bible. If you know that psalm, it's one of the popular ones. It's about God's promises for you. My Name Name is actually from Psalm 23. So it was kind of amazing to go verse by verse and kind of expand it, and he threw in stories. This was just so light and fresh. It was great to read about my name, and it was great to be surrounded by, once again, the Bible and a really, really good interpretation of it. The next book is back to kind of like career, you can say, but not only. It is How to Wow by Frances Cole Jones. It's about presenting your ideas, which I'm doing right now, so it's not necessarily at work. Persuading your audience and perfecting your image, it says. This was amazing. I feel like I should have read this book earlier. I read this book after giving my maid of honor speech at my sister's wedding earlier this year. And I'm like, I could have given a better speech if I had this knowledge. It teaches how to like give presentations, write speeches, and give speeches. The next book, which is completely hilarious, is by Lovey Ajayi. No, why did I forgot I was Nigerian. Lovey Ajayi. It's called I'm Judging You, the Do Better Manual. It was hilarious because she's Nigerian, and we have that, you know, Naija sense of humor. And she actually talks about real issues that are going on this part of the world and how we can do better concerning that. Like, she throws shade on so many things. My goodness, social media. How people will be posting about listen. This book is hilarious. This book is hilarious. So I enjoyed it. I'm gonna say this is one of the best, if not the best book I've read this year. Probably because I didn't really expect it to be this good. It is How to Be Here by Rob Bell. I'm so glad I came into contact with this book. Every page is wisdom. Like, it's kind of amazing. He talks about like how to be in the present, how to just be here. It's amazing. And he talks about how nerves are God's gift to you, reminding you that your life is not passing you by. How it's great to be nervous. It's just so fresh and so real. And he talks about who aren't you to do what you want to do. It's an amazing read. I want to read this book like every year. This is a book to go back to. I'm putting this on my nightstand because it just has some great stuff in it, and now I want to research and read more of his books. But this was a great read. The last book, the 9th book if you've been counting, that I've read this year is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This is a really, really popular book as well, and so I heard about it everywhere, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get in on this, because okay, if it's that good. And it was that good. Like, it is fiction. You can tell that I've not been reading a lot of fiction this year, even though I do like fiction, don't get me wrong, but I've just been wanting to build certain muscles, so I've been concentrating on that this year. The Alchemist, the ending, this guy can write. Like, he took us on a long journey, and then at the ending, plot twist. But from this book, there's this really famous quote about how when you want something, the whole universe conspires to works with you to get it. And about when you fall in love, how falling in love shouldn't be a deterrent to doing what you want to do, because doing what you want to do puts the light in your eyes and makes you who you are. So like, don't fall in love and leave everything behind, because then you become boring, and then I don't know what you've done to your relationship and your life. This was good. This was good. And that's all the books I've read this year. Reading, I don't know if it shows. It puts a light in my eyes and in my mind. It makes me so happy. Going without sharing this with you guys would be plain evil. So tell me in the comments what books you're reading right now, what book you want to read. I would love to hear from you guys. Subscribe and come back for my next video. I am doing life, I'm learning and loving it, and I just want to share everything that I'm learning with you guys. Like this video if you like it, so I can know to do more videos about things that I love like this. Share with people you know who like books. I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Looking for curious boy, oh man, I got to know.